All right, all of you freedom-loving boys and girls, welcome to Mission Critical Podcast. We said we were gone, but hey, it's not over until it's over, right? And it's never over until you mentally give up. So if you are watching or listening to this, you are the resistance, and the resistance continues. And that's what has brought myself and Redbeard back here today, because we are going to introduce your new host of Mission Critical Podcast. So talk about paying it forward. Redbeard, you're the one who kind of like brought that whole thing up. What do you gotta say and add to that whole paying it forward part right there?
Well, I think we tried to really create, a sense of action, a sense of, mission critical purpose, being driven to pursue a purpose and ultimately having something that's, kept moving forward and paying it forward. And when we were kind of approached by this, or by David about this, we had talked, and I was like, this is like the epitome of paying it forward. It's not something that stops just because you and I are going to be going to the background and whatnot, but it's continuing forward because we have somebody that wants to take that torch and carry it forward. And I think it just embodies what it is we tried to capture overall. So,
and I think it's a great representation of the people who did watch or listen to the podcast and the message that was trying to convey, because we did that last episode, and thinking that was it, your mind starts going off to all the other taskers that you need to get done, and then out of nowhere it's like, hey guys, who will you send? How about me? I'll step up to the plate and take a swing. And then that's what we got going on. So without further ado, why don't David, let's introduce David, the new host of Mission Critical Podcast. David, I don't know if you want to come on and just tell a little bit about yourself, or I don't know, make a joke, or we'll bring up that Twitter post, of the Navy, and make some fun of that. But the floor is yours right now, sir, for next, let's 5-10 minutes, give or take, and then we got to bounce on and do other things. But David, and then yep. All right, David, you won't be able to see this until we do our rehearsals, but I'll bring you full screen. So you are the solo layout, and Jeremy and I continue to fade back into the shadows. All right, David, all you, sir.
Hello, everyone. I'm David. I guess I'm just going to talk about my motivation and wanting to do this. I was really paying attention to the live chats the last couple of streams, and I just really got this sense of community, and that's what I want to do with this, and moving this forward is build a community. And the one thing I really liked about this is that this podcast and the interaction with the audience, it feels like you're part of something. You're just not watching something. That's what really resonated with me. And just paying attention to the chats, it was just like, a really good atmosphere. It's like you feel like these are your people. Everything was positive. There wasn't any negativity. You look at a lot of other podcasts and live streams, and you see nothing but trolling and Trump 2024. People spam bombing that throughout the whole chat. It was just nothing but positivity, and that's what really resonated with me. And my idea is that I want to do a full-length podcast every Monday, and then on Wednesdays have like a open forum where we can get together on like a Twitter space or something like that. It doesn't have to be necessarily Twitter space, but I haven't quite worked that out yet. But just have an open forum where we can discuss the topic of the Monday podcast, and everybody can have a chance to come in there and say what they got to say. Everybody gets a voice, and so that's my goals moving forward.
Rock and or roll. Like it. So Redbeard, on that note, we're just going to keep this kind of short. What would you like to add to that, or going forward with that on, from either, backing up what David said, or, something from your perspective? What do you got?
Yeah. So I just want to kind of put out there, change can be a really, really good thing. And I think for this podcast, especially, there's going to be certain things that I think David will be able to bring to this that perhaps you or I may not have thought about, or if we did, we just weren't sure logistically how well it was going to work out. And I think him being able to have like that open forum and that setting to where people can have almost like a continuous discourse to some degree, depending on which way he wants to go with that. I even brought up in a conversation I had with him, even having a Telegram channel to where people who watch the podcast can just constantly throughout the week talk about either the subject of the week or the subject coming up or anything that they want to. So like he has so much that he really can offer and I think bring forward. And I think this is a positive step in the right direction. I think you guys are going to like David. He's a pretty objective person. He has good principles. I think he has the ability to do a lot with this. And I'm excited personally just to see where he's going to take it and just to see what else he's going to be able to do with it after he gets more established. So
rock and roll. I guess, just to throw out their logistics so everybody knows kind of what's going on. So we already were kind of teaching David some things before we went live here, showing him how to use the software. We're going to do this again on Sunday with a bunch of our guests. And then on Tuesday, kind of doing a virtual meet and greet. So introducing David to some of the guests that we've had on in the past. If anybody, you watch this, come back over to Mission Critical. David's going to carry that torch and take it in hopefully new and even better direction. So on that note, I guess we should give David the final comments and then let's just wrap this up short and sweet. We got other things to do and then we move on.
Yeah.
David?
Over to you, David.
Yeah, it's it's an honor to do this, and I'm glad that if you're really paying attention to that last chat, there was a lot of people that were pretty sad that this was coming to an end, and I was like, no, this can't be the end of this. This is too good to end. This has to continue, and I even mentioned in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw that, to where I was like, hey, call me after the show. I got something I want to run by you guys. And that was about probably like halfway through. And so, look at the chat and, we got a good, it's a small community, but, it's a sound community. And just the people that were chiming in, with their perspectives on stuff, we got a lot of smart people, and good intentioned natured people, watching the cast. And I'm just looking forward to keeping this train rolling.
Rock and roll.
Hey, quick one for you, David. When are we tentatively looking at having that first episode out?
April 22nd. That's what we're shooting.
And then what time roughly we looking at?
18:30.
Perfect.
Same with the live chat. It's the same time frame. Just doing that on Wednesdays.
Okay.
So that'll be 18:30 as well.
And that's Central Standard, I'm guessing. Yep. Central Standard.
Yep. Central Daylight, because we're in stupid daylight savings, Redbeard. It's Central Daylight time.
That's Central Commie time if it's suddenly different.
Central Commie.
All right. We got stuff still to do. So let's wrap this up. That was on just under 10 minutes. I don't know, Redbeard, if you want to throw in one last outro, from the glorious Redbeard, and then we just tap it out here and then wrap it up. Yeah.
So I guess on the last one that I got before David takes hold of the ship here, the flame of liberty shall not and will not ever be extinguished, so long as there are good people that are willing to support and defend it. And that means each and every single one of you. And one of those people is taking this torch and moving forward with it. And he's going to be carrying on. I hate to even say it this way because it hasn't been that long, but really the legacy of what we started. And I really appreciate you, David. And I'm excited to see where this goes. And I hope every person that has shown up for us shows up for you. And I will do my best to make sure that you're promoted and people come over to watch you, especially for your first episode. So,
all right, sounds good.
All right,
boys.
All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody. Watch this video. Keep it in your brain housing group. Mission Critical's coming back under new management. David, that fine young gentleman right there, is going to be taking over. He has the con, as they say. So
yes, he does.
On that note, we've got some work to do behind the scenes to help set him up for success. You might see us maybe a little bit on the first or second episode, just if we need to help out and things of that nature. But it's David's show, and you guys and gals keep moving that ball. Keep the beach ball of freedom moving down range, man. That's all I got to say.
That's
all right. Wrapping it up, boys.
Yep.
Okay. All right. There it is. Thanks, everybody. Tune in. David, one more time. When's your first podcast?
April 22nd, 1830 Central
1830 Central Daylight Time. 1830 Central Daylight Time on the 20. You said 22nd, right?
22nd.
Yeah, 22nd. Yep. All right, everybody.
All right.
See you guys then. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers.
Right on. Okay.